Subtitles.
Subtitles.
Subtitles made by Dimatorzok. The horses are going wild. The horses are really looking forward to me letting them out onto this field. The area still needs to be cleaned up. We're cleaning up little by little. The horses really love spending time here. Honestly, I myself love just standing here like this. The birds are singing. It's quiet. Well, and the horses have enough space just to move around.
It started to rain.
I'll go stand and nurse. The paddock is near the house. The horses really like it. There's not much space there. And apparently they want to be more in tune with nature, to be closer to the trees. As soon as the insects and horseflies start flying, they won't be able to go out into this paddock because there's no shelter for them here. They need to cover those roofs and walls with mesh. Well, with the mesh, it turns out, so they can hide there, and at night they can go out and walk around. I don't even want to talk. I hear the cuckoo calling, and someone else too.
Just...
The birds are singing their hearts out. Look, Doctor is getting dapples. Here they are, see, the dapples are starting to show. And on Dikovinka too. Here it is, it's a little wet, but you can still see. Look how beautiful the dapples are. Dapples on a horse are an excellent sign of good health in that horse. There. Some people say that only Orloff trotters get dapples. That's completely untrue. Any horse can have dapples. You just need to meet a number of conditions for this, which I try to follow.
Subtitles by Dimatorzok.
Dear friends, the Auger has served for almost 4 years. I've used it, and I think more than 10 neighbors have probably used this drill as well. Some were setting fence posts, some poured foundations. In general, the drill has probably made more than 1,000 holes, maybe even more. I've probably made 100 or 200 holes myself with this drill, and now I'm making another 10 or so. Plus, as you can see, they're doubled. First, you need to use the small one, then put on the extension and drill again. Here is the house, if you think about it. Look, I installed this whole fence with this drill.
Here it is, all around the plot. This whole paddock too, where the horse is.
There's another paddock over there. In general, for those who've been watching us for a long time, I'm telling you, I've probably made more than 200 holes with this drill. Here are the other neighbors, and it still works perfectly and does the job. So that's a quick recommendation for you. The season is starting now, so you might want to think about it and take a closer look. Here is this auger. This auger is still good for working alone, it's not that powerful. There are MB52 and MB55, and you'd need 2 people to use those. Here, but as you can see, it's not heavy, it's powerful, works great, you just need to get used to it at times, but overall, everything works perfectly. Alright, let's continue.
Now I'll show you what news we have here on the farm, what's happened basically over some time.
They're bringing a net for the horse. This is exactly what...
That area is missing this kind of setup. So right here they hide from horseflies and all kinds of insects. They can't get through, and if they do, they get stuck right here. We hang up this thing. Look, in just one day, so many have gotten stuck here. Everything sticks to it. Flies, gnats, even some horseflies. I don't even know what else, but they all get stuck. This is just an ordinary room that we need to whitewash and treat. Right now, I'm walking around treating the straw so that flies don't breed here. I'm treating it with a special powder just like this. Look, you can see the dust flying. This is the powder that kills flies. Because right now is the time when they start breeding in the manure. For example, today we'll be cleaning up and they start breeding in the bedding, laying their eggs, hatching, and in general, this powder prevents them from doing that. I open it like this and I don't see any flies because I used to see them breeding here. I started sprinkling this powder so that, they would die, and they really did die. Guys, listen, I don't see a single fly here at all. Usually they're flying around, but there's no one here. Well, of course there will be some, just in a smaller amount. So, what's going on with the chicks here? Let me tell you, soon they'll be moved to the big section because broilers will be living here, right here. I add water, calcium and vitamins for them from time to time because, as I already mentioned, this batch is weak. By the way, I also sprinkle powder in here for them so that basically no one breeds here, so that nothing starts up with them around the 20th. That's when we have the broilers planned. About 3,020 of them, something like that. We've already ordered them, and we've also ordered feed. We'll have Southern Crown. Here everything needs to be treated. I don't even know with what yet, but it needs to be treated well. The floors, the whole room. We'll be meeting with water. We hope they'll grow well. Everything will be fine. I hope the mortality rate will be low. They'll be growing for up to 50 days. We don't keep them until 60. I hope everything will turn out well. And they're doing fine. They grow better than incubator-hatched chicks, of course. They're big, large. I have a feeling that all 4 are roosters. Of course, it'll be a pity. Maybe this one is a hen, this one, and 3 roosters. Well, maybe like that. Or maybe all 4 are roosters. It's a pity, of course. I was hoping for hens from the broody hen because chicks raised by a hen are really high quality. She incubates them well, she feeds them, she teaches them, and the adult birds don't bother them because after all, those are her chicks. In general, everyone accepts them well. They follow all the rules of the chicken group. They know everything. They are infected with absolutely all the bacteria, viruses, and coccidia that the adult group has. And they don't need anything, unlike the incubator ones.
Basically.
The girls are working. I'm not putting the brooder away. I don't know. Maybe the brooder will stay here now. Maybe there won't be any broilers. I don't know. This is preparation for the future. For these ones, the chicks behind the wall, so they have enough space. Sasha added more here, right here. The hens sleep here like this. Look. Here. They sit here, they look out the window. It's really wonderful for them. So that all of them have enough space. Everything here is wonderful. I just need to mow the grass here little by little. There's already a lot of grass. I'm a bit afraid to mow. I'm afraid I'll cut the flowers, basically. Everyone feels great. Everyone got their vitamins. This peony, the one growing here, feels really good. For those who forgot, it was planted last year. Here. That's what my subscribers generally advise me to do, So that's what I do. The buds are already starting to come out there. It's very interesting. What color will the peony be? Well, this one is feeling really good. And this is the hydrangea I bought on Avito. I also talked it over with my subscribers and asked what to do and how to do it. I brought some forest soil. Here, I sprinkled it. I think it's feeling just wonderful. I don't see any problems at all. Look at the leaves. Everything is leafing out. I think it's doing really well. Well, I mean, it's like it didn't even realize that it was taken out and transplanted. Because everything is great. The leaves are growing. They're beautiful and big. Everything is awesome. The raspberry is doing really well. Everything's great with her. I don't skimp on it. See all that black stuff there? She's gotten a lot of horse manure. And everything is fine with her. Even those shoots that died, they grew back. Here they are. These are the various shoots that died. They came back to life, actually, and everything is great with them. I hope for a good harvest this year. Absolutely all the raspberries that I planted, they all took root. Everything is growing and making me happy. I really like that it's so trouble-free. This is a blueberry bush. Here it is. I think she grew some berries. I don't know. It's my first time dealing with this girl. So far, everything is fine. I'm just doing everything people recommend. Here's the second blueberry. This is developing a little differently, actually. Plus, she has some kind of shoots growing here. Basically, nothing is clear, but everything is very interesting. To me, it looks wonderful. I only see some kind of web. I don't know what kind of web it is. It could be a mite or some type of spider. Everything is fine with them. This, I think, is a Chizovsky pear. Here it is.
This is another pear.
Here. This is another one. All the apple trees also took root and blossomed. This is a late apple tree. It will probably leaf out a little later all over. Anyway, there are leaves. Everything is fine. Also, I need to tidy up here at some point. They explained it to me, and I finally understood what to do, what to cut down. Basically, which trees to keep and how to clear things so that these trees will start bearing fruit.
I'm all wet anyway now.
It started raining, but we had already settled the child, so we're going out anyway, even though it's raining. I'm looking over there into the forest. It's all rainy over there. Oh my God, dogs, kids. Of course, August still loves to go for walks, just like all children in waterproof pants. I'm looking over there, off into the distance. Over there, it's raining too. To sleep well, you need to go for a walk. Anyway, I'm taking over now. Oh, I just hope it doesn't start raining hard right now. August. It started raining hard, hasn't it? Or what? It started raining heavily. How about you? Are you okay? Huh? It started raining heavily, hasn't it? Yeah, it's really coming down. Yeah, it's raining, isn't it?
That's rain, yeah.
It's dripping. You're not welcoming guests very well. It feels like you barely cleaned up. Say dummy or something. But I have paws.
Say something. It's pouring rain here. August is crying. He doesn't want to be here.
To sit.
Yeah, he wants to go for a walk, right? Yeah, he wants to go for a walk, but it's pouring rain outside. Lana welcomed us as guests. We need to clean up at Lana's place. It's a total mess here. Yeah, you don't feel like cleaning up. Your happy guests came over, right? Shmuka, come on, hide from the rain. They made up, actually. Lana bit him, but now they've made up. Husband and wife, as they say, biting today, back together tomorrow? Yeah, say...
Lana is just like,
Yeah?
She likely thinks he's a Central Asian Shepherd too, so she can nip him like herself.
Oh, that's rain, but at least all the apple trees will grow.
It smells like wet dog.
Lana, this isn't about you, don't worry.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Say, I want to go there, let me go, come on.
Mirka, look, what's there?
Rain, but everything will grow. Why are you telling me? I already know it's dripping there.
It's dripping, that's all.
They're hiding, well...
You do it the right way.
Is it finished?
Ashunya was like, oh, finally, everything is packed. She was so happy.
She was so happy, got all my attention. Meanwhile, the chickens were making a lot of noise over there.
Gal, they probably wanted to
argue, yes.
This Masha will drive you crazy.
Abus has already eaten his porridge, and I'm eating porridge with candied fruit. Does anyone else eat it like this?
Subtitles by Dima Tozok, by the way.
It's really tasty. I recommend it to everyone. Oatmeal porridge with candied fruit.
So, dear friends, I poured 4 posts, the foundation piles. The depth is about 1.5 meters, buried into the ground. I think that should be enough for the terrace.
Look, there's a rise like this. That one is the smallest, then a bit bigger, then bigger, and over there is already the tallest post.
Most likely I'll still have to sand or trim some of them a bit somewhere, because there's still some inaccuracy since I measured with a board. Then in the evening, well, when everything is poured, I'll go out with a laser level, and a pencil, and I'll make marks to see how much needs to be removed, where and when. Plus, they'll settle now, the foundation will settle, the cement will settle a bit, even though I use a concrete vibrator. Still, most likely some more settling will happen. So we ended up with Tizy style piers. I also dig a bit underneath with a shovel, and as a result we have a pillar with kind of an expansion at the bottom. There's like a platform so that it stands on this platform. Well, it's not very big. The pillar itself is about 250. The width is 250, and then probably, well, about 350, about 350, maybe even more, around 400 in diameter. It varies a bit because you can't really measure it with a shovel, you just pack it down as best you can and that's it. Well, I think everything should be reliable, stand firmly and so on. Because there are a lot of posts. Here my neighbor has his on 3 posts. Of course they're wide. Posts like that are about 1.2 meters deep. 3 posts for 7 meters. So far, everything is great. Many people here have pile foundations. Everything seems pretty decent. I use roofing felt and mesh because I vibrate it so this post doesn't bulge outward. Well, at this distance of course it won't get pushed out. If it were at least a meter, then it probably would get pushed out. Even the mesh might not save it, it could come loose in some places. Maybe I'm wrong. So that's all. I'll pour the next one now. At the bottom, I use a bag, wrap it around, and make the bag wider. So this post fits in there nicely. I measured it against the log, and then we have the bag. When I vibrate it, the bag goes right up against the walls. So from the vibration, the foundation expands and presses right up against the walls. And plus, at the bottom, everything spreads out. And from the vibration, everything presses against the walls and expands too.
I'll help you now. As you can probably tell, Sasha and I take turns working because our child is still little. That's it. Otherwise, nothing works out. I can't figure out where the stand went. Oh, it's probably right here. That's it. Here. There's a lot to do. Many people ask how we manage to keep up. I personally can't keep up, but maybe someone else can. But we don't. It got even colder here. It got colder. It's quite unpleasant, but it doesn't get in the way. Did everything work out? Little by little, Sasha is digging. I always always plant densely. I like it when the flowers are dense in general.
Go.
What are we even doing here? Well, there are very few seeds. Well, it's ridiculous. The seeds are so small. Subtitles by Dimator Zok. Subtitles by Dimator Zok. Do you want to clean or something? Helping Mom, huh? My clever girl. You're a little helper, aren't you? That's how you want to do it. Like this. You're such a sweetie. You're my little one. You're my good girl, right? That's it. Good girl, my little one. Good girl. That's all. Good girl.
You help your mom. Good girl.
Just like that.
Smart girl.
We really need a volunteer who loves horses, understands horses, can do all of this, because explaining everything, getting them used to all this is hard work. I don't have time for this work. Who loves horses can come not just to ride, but also, to love, to groom, and take the horse out to graze. I really need a volunteer like that. If that's you, please write to me. Or even better, join the VK group or Telegram. It's easy to find me there and we can get in touch. You should live in Chuvashia or Mariel because that's who I'm considering. You should be of legal age, mobile, and have a car. You should have experience with horses.
What?
Volunteering works like this. Regular visits to the horses, helping with chores in exchange for spending time with the horses. But I never force anyone to clean up poop, excuse me, or anything like that. The help is more like, taking the horses out to graze, picking up some branches, or putting out some hay. It's absolutely manageable for any girl. So, shoveling manure like I used to do at that age just to get a chance to ride a horse? Oh Lord, I don't ask for that. The link will be below the video in case you're watching us and dreaming. So basically, there's no opportunity to work with horses. And even if there is, well, you might want to consider an option like volunteering, because with volunteering I won't be teaching or anything. You just come and ride and so on. That's it. Write it down. I took the horses out to graze. That's how it is. Our grass is already green like this in the first days of May. Jukovinka is grazing over there. I tie her to some tree. So, she grazes while tied up, and Doctor isn't tied, but he just walks around like this. He doesn't really go far from her. Still, they can't graze for more than an hour or an hour and a half because something starts biting them. Gnats. They start running around. Also, as I already mentioned, I don't let them out to graze in that paddock without a fence on weekends, and I never let the horses graze alone. Right now, I'm about to leave. I've tied up Dikovinka. Well, not really leave. I'll just be right here. But if it's a weekend or a holiday, I don't tie them up like this, because during that time there are a lot of children and people walking around. People from the city come, and in general they pick mushrooms. So on regular weekdays, basically only the locals are here? Well, maybe a couple of people from the city with summer houses are here too, but they basically know what a horse is. And when people come from the city, well, everyone who already lives in this village knows not to approach or scare them. Everyone generally reacts appropriately. I mean, they don't scare them or anything, and the horses don't react. But on weekends, some strangers might come and I don't know what they'll do. In general, a horse is a dangerous animal. That's why I don't take any chances and only take them out to graze and walk on weekdays. That's it. So, on that note, I want to wish you a good day or evening. Enjoy the video even though it's already over. I'll see you in the next video. Love you all. Kisses and hugs. Bye. See you soon.